More than 4,000 years ago, a king ruled the city of Uruk. His name outlived kingdoms, empires, languages, and even the civilization that first spoke it. Today, 5,000 years later, we still remember him, Gilgamesh. But here is the mystery. Was he truly a king, or merely the greatest legend ever told? The answer lies buried beneath the ruins of Uruk, scattered across broken clay tablets, hidden between archaeology and myth. Around 2700 BCE, during the early dynastic period, Uruk remained one of the most powerful cities in southern Mesopotamia, protected by enormous defensive walls, filled with monumental temples, home to perhaps 40,000 people. According to ancient tradition, one man ruled them all, Gilgamesh. Finding Gilgamesh is not simple. Unlike the Egyptian pharaohs, he left behind no pyramid, no royal tomb, no victory inscription proclaiming his greatness. For centuries, historians wondered whether he had existed at all. Then they turned to the evidence. The first clue comes from the Sumerian King List, compiled around 1800 BCE. It names Gilgamesh as the fifth king of the first dynasty of Uruk, assigning him a reign of 126 years. No historian believes he ruled that long. The number is almost certainly symbolic, but something more important remains: his name. Gilgamesh also appears in several much older Sumerian poems, written centuries before the famous epic was assembled. Different texts, different scribes, the same king. To historians, that consistency matters. It suggests the legend may have grown from a real ruler whose memory refused to disappear. Whether every story is true, the city certainly was. Archaeology confirms that around the 3rd millennium BCE, Uruk stood among the largest cities on Earth. Its walls enclosed nearly 6 kilometers of fortifications. Its temples dominated the skyline. Its canals fed thousands of people. The epic itself begins with those walls. Go up upon the wall of Uruk and walk around. It is an unusual beginning, not with a battle, not with a king, but with a city. Because before Gilgamesh became a hero, he was its ruler. Whether he built those walls, expanded them, or later generations simply believed he did, no one can say. But in Mesopotamian memory, Uruk and Gilgamesh became inseparable. Most kings disappear after they die. Gilgamesh became larger than life. Stories about him spread across Mesopotamia. Generation after generation added new adventures, new enemies, new lessons. By around 1200 BCE, Babylonian scholars assembled these traditions into what we now call the standard Babylonian Epic of Gilgamesh, the oldest great work of literature to survive almost complete. Yet the epic is not really about monsters or battles. It asks a far older question. Why must human beings die? Somewhere within those pages, the historical king slowly faded. The legend remained. Perhaps we will never know exactly who Gilgamesh was. History rarely offers certainty, especially after 5,000 years. But archaeology, ancient literature, the Sumerian King List, and centuries of Mesopotamian tradition all point toward the same remarkable possibility. Behind the world's oldest epic, there may once have stood a real king, a man who ruled Uruk, who died like every other human being, yet achieved the one thing he sought above all else: not immortality, remembrance. Long after his city declined, long after its language fell silent. One name endured, Gilgamesh, and in our next episode, we leave history behind and step into the oldest story ever written. The journey of Gilgamesh and Enkidu, the quest for immortality, and the birth of literature itself.